the sweet sound of spring along Minnesota's North Shore. This time of year, the woods sound and certainly look a little different. A walk among the maples. It's a way of life for Kirsten Waddell.
You get in good shape walking around these woods on these snowshoes.
As winter loosens its grip, Kirsten's family business drips to life, one cold and lazy drop at a time.
I love it. This is why we moved up here.
Back in 1995, Kirsten and her husband bought 320 acres near Lutsen. You might say they sort of struck gold.
We are about 3 miles off of the shore, and there's a band of maple trees that go from just north of Duluth all the way up to like Grand Portage.
The Waddells' property happens to sit right in the middle of that band of maples. Kirsten thought, hey, if life hands you maples, you might as well make syrup.
They produce really, really good maple syrup.
It all starts at the tree. You see, maples store sugar in the root system during cold winter months. When the weather warms up, the tree sap runs the sugar back up into the tree. It's time to tap.
Instead of the sap going up the tree for the leaves, it then comes out and goes down into the tubing. Oh, you can see it's already starting to drip. You see that?
Kirsten's family business, Wild Country Maple Syrups, a pretty big operation, Minnesota's biggest. At best guess, 60 to 70 miles of plastic tubing wind through the woods. It connects all those 12,000 tree taps.
Oh, there we go. Can you hear that little hiss sound? That's the vacuum pumps working on this stuff.
The suction helps keep the sap moving. What starts as a drip ends with a roar. Big collection bins suck up all the sap.
It's like, wow, that sap came from a tree that was probably, half a mile away. And just to see it all come together, it's amazing. It really is.
As night falls, the rest of the family now goes to work.
You ready for some excitement?
Oh, when the boiling gets going.
Here we go.
It gets a little crazy in there.
Chris Cordes, Kirsten's brother, takes care of the mechanics of syrup. He engineers the tubing, the tanks, the boiler, all the gadgets.
I think, it is in the person's blood, and it gets into a lot of people's blood.
Smells good.
Yeah.
Mom and Dad help boil the sap.
Yeah, I don't know what I'd do without them, for sure. Big help.
You see, Jim and Mary Ann started this whole thing.
We kind of started this like a hobby with just a few trees. And then it kind of grew.
My wife and I started with coffee cans in about 1972, and we graduated to pails, and then a real small tubing operation, and now it's the largest maple syruping business in the state. My wife and I are really pleased with how it's come out.
And so are the kids. Every time they fill a barrel with that sweet, buttery North Shore maple syrup.
Perfect.
Very smooth.
To be able to live up in an area like this and do this type of work.
I can't think of another spot I'd rather be.
It's perfect.